Hi, I'm Steve Borey, and I am the author of the American Casino Guide book. If you're not familiar with it, please visit our website at americancasinoguidebook.com. Joining me today is the editor of the American Casino Guide book, Matt Borey.
How's it going, everybody? And our video today is the first of a two-part series, and this series is going to be the secrets to getting more comps. Now, before we get into the secret of how to get more comps, we're going to go over the very basics here for anyone that's not quite sure what they are. And comp it's just short for complimentary, and it's anything free that you can get from the casinos. And this ranges from something as small as free drinks that they offer you while you're gambling on the low end to completely free trips where everything is covered, including your room, your food, your transportation to and from the airport, and sometimes they'll even pay for your plane tickets to get there.
Yeah, and people ask, well, why do they give you comps? Well, it's sort of like a frequent flyer program with an airline, where the more business you give them, the more things they will give you in return for your business. So if you like to gamble, the important thing is a lot of people, they like to go to casinos and have fun, but and comps are part of the fun of going to the casino because they'll give you free rooms, free food, free shows, whatever. But the important thing is you never want to bet more just to get more comps. You want to get comps for play that you're going to give the casino anyway. Now, what we're going to do today, we're going to explain how the casinos calculate what you're worth to them as a player, and they're going to base the comps they give you on that amount. And then later in part two, we're going to give you ideas on at least 5 different ways that you can increase your comps without actually betting more money. But again, this is to cover the basics. So you don't have to actually lose in order to get a comp. People think, well, if you don't lose money, they're not going to give you anything. Well, that's not really the case, Matt.
Yeah, because if you've ever heard the saying, the house always wins, that's true. Vast majority, almost every single game in a casino is designed for the casino to make money in the long run. There are very, very few exceptions to this, and the casino knows that. So what they do is they know that in the short run, people can get lucky. You can win money in the short run. You can hit a jackpot if you're playing slot machines. But the longer that you play those slot machines, the higher your chances are of you losing money and the casino winning money. And that's why they give out comps, because they know that the more time people spend in a casino, the more likely they are to lose money.
All right, so how do you get a comp? Well, the basics are you go to the Players Club. Every casino has a Players Club, and you give them an ID. And so your card looks like a credit card. It'll have your individual player account number on there, and you'll use that to track your play, whether you're going to the tables or the gaming machines. Now, at the tables itself, when you sit down, all you have to do is give the card to the dealer. The dealer call over the pit person, and they're going to sometimes they'll swipe the card, or sometimes they'll manually enter the information. And basically, they're going to write down how much you bought in for, and every once in a while they're going to take a look at how much you're betting and sort of see how you're doing. And they're going to come up with an estimate of your losses, which we're going to get into later. But that's how it works in table games, and the machines, it's slightly different.
Yeah, if you're playing a machine, whether it's video poker, slot machine, or any digital table game like blackjack, roulette, or baccarat, it's going to work the same way. There's going to be a little slot where you stick the card in, and you stick the card in. It'll light up green or something. It'll acknowledge that it's reading the card. It'll generally say, "Hi, Steve," or "Hi, Matt," whatever your name is. It'll just sort of give you an acknowledgement that it read the card correctly, and then it just keeps track of exactly how much you're betting, how long you play for, and all that stuff. And then another question that a lot of people ask is, what determines how much I get in comps? And this is where it gets interesting. Some casinos are more generous than others, but they pretty much all follow the same formula, and that's how they determine what a player is worth to them. And it's called THEO for short, or the theoretical edge that the casino expects to win over you. So we're just going to refer to that as THEO from here on out. And to arrive at this number, the casino, what they do is they take the house edge of the game that you're playing. So the casino knows how much they're expected to make off you in the long run. So and it's different from game to game, machine to machine, whatever. So they're going to take the house, they know the house edge on that game, and they're going to take the house edge and your average bet and the average number of decisions made per hour, depending on the game you're playing, to calculate their theoretical edge, or how much they expect to make off of a player while they gamble. All right, now, as we said before, it's a little different from machines as it is from table games. So we're going to give 2 examples. I'll give the first example, which is a table game, and I'm going to use roulette as an example because that's going to be the easiest. So say you're on the roulette table and your average bet is $20 every time the wheel spins. You've just got $20 in chips out on the table. What is that worth in comps to the casino? Well, the way they're going to calculate your theoretical loss to them is they're going to take your average bet, $20. They're going to multiply that by the casino's house edge in the game of roulette, which is 5.3% about. And they're going to get $1.06, which means that's the average amount of money they expect to make off you every time the wheel spins is $1.06. They're going to then multiply that number by the average decisions per hour, which in the game of roulette is about 40, which will give them $42.40. They'll then multiply that by 4 hours if you're playing for 4 hours, and that will come to a total of $169.60, which is the average the casino expects to make off you in that 4-hour period. Now, casinos, some are more generous than others, so you can expect to get about 10% to 30% of your theoretical loss back in comps. So if you played for 4 hours on the roulette table with a $20 average bet, your expected loss was about $170. So the casino's will give you back anywhere from 10%, which would be about $16.96, to 30%, which would be a maximum of just under $51 in comps. And now, as a table game player, you won't get cash back like you would if you were playing the machines. Instead, all your comps are going to be in the form of either discounted or free rooms, or offers for amenities such as food, shows, etc. You might even be able to get match play coupons or something like that. But the tables are generally a little bit harder to get comps than they are on the machines.
Yeah, when it comes to machines, one thing you have to keep in mind is when you're playing a table game, they don't know exactly what you bet. They're estimating. They look once in a while and see how much you're betting, and then they write it down. They estimate how much you're betting. But when it comes to machines, it's an exact science because you have to stick your card in the machine, and once you stick the card in the machine, it'll welcome you, have your name there, and tell you your point balance, and you earn points. All Players Club, you earn points as you play. So they know exactly how much you put in the machine. They know exactly how much you win. They know exactly how much you lose, and they're going to base your comps on that. And what they're going to do, it's similar to the table game, in that every machine has a theoretical advantage for the house. So let's say you go in there and you play $1,000 through a slot machine, and the casino knows on that particular slot machine, or now some will do it by individual machine, or some will do it by the club in general, where like every $100 you earn a point, whatever. So let's say they say that that machine has a 10% theoretical edge. So you put $1,000 through, so their theoretical win on you is $100. It's 10% of the $1,000, and they would do that for any machine you play. Now, again, other than unlike table games, and when you're playing electronic gaming machines, they'll rebate some of that back to you in cash. And it's usually done as free play. And free play means when you sometimes they'll give you a bounce back offer, which they'll mail you something in the mail, or once a month they'll send you, say, 5 different offers to try and entice you to come back to the casino. But it's almost always done as free play. And with free play, let's say you got $50 in free play, you stick your card in, you put in your PIN number, and then you download the $50 to the machine. you have to play that entire $50 through. And once you play it through one time, then you can cash it out, whatever remains, or if you want, you can keep playing it. So that's the way it works on slot machines and how it's different than table games.
Okay, now on the machines, every casino has its own way of awarding you points for your play. Some of them keep it private while others make it public. The good news is if they make it public, it's very easy for you to follow along and figure out how you're earning these rewards. And as an example, let's just say that there's a casino where for every $5 in bets, you earn 1 Players Club point. And then you need 100 Players Club points to get $1 in cash back, free play, or comps. So then that means that every $500 that you play, you earn $1. So to find out how much that's worth, what you do is you take $1, divide it by 500, and then you multiply that by 100 to convert it to a percentage. And that gives you 0.2% or 0.2%. So in essence, the casino's rebating you 0.2% of your play in free play, comps, or cashback. And then on top of that rebate, you also get the same rewards that we were talking about earlier from the tables, such as free or reduced rooms, food, shows, gifts, all sorts of stuff like that.
All right, that concludes the first part of our video on secrets to getting more casino comps. Be sure to join us for part 2, where Matt and I will tell you 5 ways that you can get more casino comps without even betting any more money.
Yeah, so if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, let us know what you think, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and turn on all notifications so you never miss out on part 2 or any of our other great videos.
Yeah, thanks for watching and best wishes for good luck in the casino.